Hey guys, today we're doing a tutorial on how to use modifiers within 3ds Max. So just to begin with, we'll start with a simple box in our 3D space. So we're in the perspective view at the moment. So here you can adjust a few commands if you need to, length, width, and height. But we're more interested in looking at our modifiers. So just to start with, we'll do a simple bend. So you might set that to 90 degrees, and let's then bend the geometry up at 90 degrees, and we can adjust our direction if we wanted to, so within the different axes. So as you can see, I've set that to 10 in the Z axis. So, and then if we want to delete, you just saw I had to hit the remove modifier from the window here, and that will send our geometry back to how it was. And let's say we want to work with another one. So look at stretch. So that will then stretch our geometry up quite significantly upwards. So that's another one. Set that back down to 0. And just have a look at another one just for the sake of it. So the best way to learn these is to actually just come in here and play around with the modifiers, and that's sort of how you become familiar with the commands. And then when you need to use them, you sort of have an understanding. So this one here, twist, so I've just set that at a random number of 100, and that's now twisted our square or rectangle. And the cool thing about 3ds is this isn't limited to a simple like rectilinear or box object. So for instance, if we take like a kettle, which is maybe a little bit more complex potentially, we can then apply our modifiers to this as well if we wanted to. So I could bend that kettle at 90 degrees if I wanted to, or even, which would be a little bit more visually interesting, is to do a twist on the kettle. And look, that's sort of then twisted our handles as this bit's round. I think if we up that ante on that, yeah, then you'll get a little bit more of a visually interesting or organic object even. So this is a great way actually to create some more like parametric objects. And for instance, if you didn't want to work within the Rhino Grasshopper space, you could easily use some of these commands within 3ds and then take that file across to Rhino, as we've done in another tutorial where we've taken a file from Rhino to 3ds. It's very easy to do vice versa. And that pretty much sums up this tutorial. Okay, thank you.